Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10.
Give me some Ingram.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6 quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now Foles. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
132 fighter.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 96 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people. But that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd and 7, Foles. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Foles. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Keelan Cole, the intended target. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A first down carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And caught by Henry. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
25 yards that time.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now back to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Browns drive about to get started, and on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd and 3. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They'll set up to throw. Got an open man, it's Ratley. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Henry. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that's Elliott, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So we have reached halftime here, and then due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, folks.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run with Elliott. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. 2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe because of game plan, they know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taywan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
50, plant. 6-6, pull it out.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
He finds Beckham complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back to throw here.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's out to Chubb, complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jake Ryan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Foles. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hogs and picking passes off.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 5. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Foles got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Foles on target to Oliver, the tight end. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle, didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jake Ryan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. His throw incomplete.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on, and boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Starting to look like, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll drop the throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
You see me out here? That's right.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack on first down, Foles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns.